Shoddy construction incidents, such as the one involving the monorail conductor rail falling in Bangkok, Thailand, showcase serious concerns pertaining to the safety and quality of projects associated with China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. On December 24th at approximately 5 a.m., a disaster struck as a significant section of the monorail's conductor rail, which was part of Bangkok's Pink Line monorail system, detached from its elevated position at the intersection of Xi'an Market in Xi'an, Bangkok. The heavy metal conduit came crashing down, causing a trail of destruction that included 3 cars and a motorcycle, as well as knocking down several high-voltage power poles. Fortunately, given the early hour of the incident, there were no casualties. Yet the potential for harm was palpable. Invested in by the BRI and manufactured by a subsidiary of CRRC, the Pink Line monorail represented a strategic infrastructure development designed to bolster urban mobility within the bustling city. Yet this accident has reignited scrutiny and skepticism within Thailand regarding the quality and reliability of products emanating from China, echoing a global apprehension towards China's export of infrastructure projects. Preliminary investigations into the cause of this calamity indicated a fault in the concrete fixtures that held the conductor rail in place. But the broader implications hint at systemic issues within the construction practices linked to the BRI. The Bangkok incident is not an anomaly but an emblematic representation of the construction challenges that partner nations confront when engaging with the BRI, a sprawling transcontinental development strategy aimed at enhancing regional connectivity and fostering economic development. Since its inception in 2013, China has heralded the BRI as a pathway towards prosperity for its participants. However, this ambitious initiative has come under scrutiny for the alleged prioritization of China's state interests over tangible benefits for the host countries, often leaving them grappling with debt and safety concerns. Construction woes and debt dilemmas. Criticism mounts over China's global building blitz. Public concerns about the construction quality of Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) projects are growing, particularly in Thailand, where the trust in made-in-China products is wavering. Thailand, once receptive to China's infrastructure ambitions, has now found itself questioning the integrity and safety of such projects. Incidents like the falling conductor rail from Bangkok's Pink Line monorail, scheduled to open in 2024 but experiencing significant structural failures even during its trial operations, have cast doubts over the sturdiness and endurance of these constructions. This incident underscores not just an isolated case of technical failure, but symbolizes a pattern of skepticism clouding Chinese-made infrastructure. Worryingly, the peril extends beyond the borders of Thailand throughout the extensive reach of the BRI, implying a trend of compromised quality in the sprawling web of China's international projects. In Uganda, for instance, the Karuma hydroelectric power station witnessed delays and defects, causing not just setbacks in energy provision to the country, but also financial strain, as loan repayments loomed before operation commencement. In Ecuador, the Cococoto-Sinclair Dam, beset with 17,000 cracks and technical failures shortly after its activation, emerged as an enduring symbol of misplaced trust and foreign dependency. These infrastructures, crafted and financed under the BRI banner, carry not only the weight of concrete and steel, but also the heavy expectations of economic reprieve and progressive partnerships for developing nations. When the tangible outcomes manifest in substandard quality and project deficiencies, the hope gives way to disillusionment, calling into question the long-term impact of the BRI on the societal and ecological well-being of the involved countries. The ramifications of these concerns reach deep, affecting sovereign indebtedness scenarios where the soft power cloak of development assistance potentially veils neo-colonial agendas and debt traps. These projects have led to debt crises in many BRI countries, with loans from Chinese banks encumbering local economies with financial obligations disproportionate to their repayment capabilities. Moreover, the high-stakes nature of infrastructure projects, coupled with the complex geopolitics of Sino-foreign relations, makes the subject of construction quality not just a matter of technical competence, but a nuanced discourse involving economic sovereignty and strategic autonomy, as Thailand and other countries grapple with these fraught dimensions within their partnerships under the BRI. The global community watches with a keen eye on the sustainability and ethical considerations of China's overseas infrastructural ventures. Global doubts cast over quality and debt in China's Belt and Road construction projects. The financial strategy behind the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, through which China aims to finance infrastructure projects in participating countries, has been a prominent cornerstone of Beijing's global outreach. This ambitious plan, spearheaded by the Chinese government, involves delivering loans to fund a wide array of infrastructure developments, from highways and railways to ports and dams, in the countries that are knitted into the BRI network. China's role in these endeavors isn't just that of a financial backer, but extends to planting deep economic roots, becoming one of the major governmental lenders to developing countries around the world. According to data from the China-Africa Research Initiative at Johns Hopkins University, Chinese enterprises have skyrocketed the profit of contractors' business revenue in Africa throughout the year. Not only that, the vast majority of mega-projects in Africa are built by China. This striking figure reflects not merely a growing economic footprint, but also indicates China's broader geopolitical ambitions. The financial elements of the BRI have led observers to question the underlying intent behind this expansive economic development plan. While ostensibly promoting economic cooperation and mutual growth, the BRI has drawn criticism for seeming more like a channel for the Communist Party of China to amplify its global influence and embed its reach deeply within the domestic affairs of partner states. Diving deeper, the level of involvement of Chinese state-owned enterprises, SOEs, in the BRI projects invokes further scrutiny. SOEs are not just any ordinary players, they are entities through which the Chinese government can exert influence. With an enormous representation in the BRI's workings, these SOEs have been primary beneficiaries of the initiative. These corporations, under direct or indirect government control, are responsible for undertaking roughly half of the major infrastructure projects associated with the BRI, accounting for contractual amounts that exceed 70% of the total involvement. Such dominant participation of Chinese state-backed companies in BRI-contracted projects points to a blurred line between pure economic agreements and China's strategic state policies. The monetary magnitude of China's lending through the BRI is staggering. Public records illustrate that in the past 10 years, China has provided almost $1 trillion in loans to countries associated with the BRI. To place this in perspective, the volume of China's loans is nearly on par with the aggregate loans provided by all other government lenders combined, which not only underscores China's colossal role as a global creditor, but also indicates the potential financial leverage the nation holds over developing countries within the BRI fold. In essence, the involvement of the Chinese state in the BRI's financial mechanics and contract dynamics gives considerable clout to Beijing in shaping infrastructure development across the globe while steering a conversation about the legitimacy of its economic diplomacy. The extensive role of the SOEs and the enormity of the loans China provides pose substantial ramifications for the global geopolitical fabric, highlighting a need for greater transparency and vigilance about the terms and true costs of engagement within the BRI framework. Quality and debt concerns plague China's Belt and Road Initiative projects. Multiple countries have raised alarms over the shoddy construction quality associated with China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI projects, a concern reflected in a spate of alarming construction-related failures and the consequent economic strain placed on host nations. For example, the ceiling collapse at Islamabad International Airport in Pakistan is a poignant case in point. Constructed by the Chinese state-owned enterprise, China State Construction Engineering Corporation, the airport was intended to be a showcase of modern infrastructure. Instead, within months of inaugurating operations in May 2018, the airport was dogged by quality issues such as ceiling collapses, blocked sewage pipes, and sewage leaks. The public outrage was palpable as videos circulated on social media showed rainwater pouring into the terminal, accompanied by the crashing down of ceiling sections, an incident that sparked intense criticism aimed at the quality of the infrastructure provided under the BRI banner. Similarly, a Chinese-built bridge collapsed in Kenya 2 weeks after it was inspected by the president. 27 people had been hurted. These incidents across Pakistan, Ecuador, Uganda, and Kenya underscore a broader pattern of quality and delay issues besieging BRI projects, raising questions about the sustainability and economic prudence of these investments. The repercussions are severe, often leaving countries shouldering an immense debt burden, which not only impacts their fiscal balance but also entraps them in long-term financial dependencies. Accounts of construction mismanagement and the resulting deficiencies in these projects suggest that the BRI's ambition to serve as a corridor for global economic development might be overshadowed by burgeoning debt crises, compromised project quality, and, ultimately, mistrust in the promised delivery of infrastructure excellence. Compromised safety on the mainland. How wonder China can't build global projects. Domestic safety in China has been marred by frequent accidents, outdated technology, and management practices that fall short of ensuring passenger and operational security. These incidents are symptomatic of broader systemic issues that plague the Chinese railway system, a reflection of deeper concerns regarding transparency and governance under the auspices of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The CCP, in its handling of railway accidents, has demonstrated an unsettling trend of obfuscation and the withholding of critical information from the public. A stark example of this tendency occurred on December 14, 2023. A subway train on the Changping line in Beijing experienced a collision causing the last 2 carriages to detach. The accident resulted in more than 100 injuries, including a pregnant woman with a fractured leg. Eyewitness accounts revealed chaos inside the darkened carriages where passengers were left injured and pressed against one another. Subsequent efforts to escape involved breaking windows and climbing out in the dark. Rescue services arrived approximately an hour later, and injured passengers were eventually transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. Despite official reports of over 30 injuries and no fatalities, the incident left many stranded due to severe weather conditions and disrupted transportation, demanding self-organized departures and challenging journeys home for the passengers affected. The Xi'an station was temporarily closed following the accident. Industry insiders have pointed to China's domestically produced communications-based train control system as a probable factor in the malfunction. This system, despite its key role in ensuring the safe operation of trains, has been implicated in several railway incidents. The reliance on homegrown technology over reliable foreign alternatives underscores a broader compromise on safety in favor of nationalistic preferences in procurement and technology adoption. The accident are far from isolated events. A pattern of railway traffic safety issues, marked by frequent derailments, collisions, and other mishaps, suggests that China's railway operation technology is not keeping pace with the demands of its expansive rail network. The operational philosophy appears to be characterized by a reactive, rather than proactive approach to safety management, where systemic flaws and technological shortcomings are only confronted after accidents occur, rather than being anticipated and addressed preemptively. Unfortunately, railway safety concerns are not the only problem. They symbolize an enduring challenge of transparency and accountability within China. These issues extend beyond the realm of public transportation infrastructure to a broader critique of China's approach to public safety, risk management, and the integrity of governance. The repercussions resonate internationally, particularly as China seeks to export its construction and transportation models through the Belt and Road Initiative, raising red flags for global partners about the risks associated with adopting similar systems for their domestic needs. Given China's ambitions to influence and integrate with the international community through initiatives like the BRI, the imperative for the CCP to uphold the highest standards of railway safety and accident disclosure has never been greater.